Hi, you guys. Hi. How has it been? How has it been? How has it been? For me, it's January the 1st. It is 9:51 in the morning, and I am recording a YouTube video on my other camera. So if the quality looks like a little different, I record better on my Canon. More of like sit down videos because I'm not doing a lot of movement. I don't have to hold this big heavy thing. So for my sit downs, it's better if I just use my Canon. Other than like when I'm vlogging and just everywhere, I'm going to use my Osmo Pocket. But I was able to fix the settings on this camera. I haven't picked it up in a while because like the camera quality was trash. Like I was so embarrassed. I was so frustrated to use it. I was like, I don't know the settings. I don't know the correct settings for this camera to make it pop. And so finally, after about a year, I went to Old Faithful. I went to YouTube and just looked at different, like looked at people's camera settings on their Canons, and it fixed it. Like it looks so much better. The quality looks so much better. Like I'm able to see myself on this camera like crystal clear. So at first I thought it was my lens because when I had did something to my lens, and then that's when I started getting like the poor quality that I was getting, and I was like, oh yeah, this I'm done using this camera. But I'm in real life, I'm not done using this camera. Like I'm not done using it. But like I said, today's January the 1st. Just a little updates that I did pass last school semester, all A's, Dean's List again, yes ma'am. I got into a sorority. It's really just a National Honors Society sorority, but that is a milestone because I did say at the beginning of 2025 that I would like to explore the different sororities rather than trying to get into the most popular ones, the most popular ones. But I'm in one that actually speaks volume about me, which is being more of like the education and just worried about giving back into the community service, being a leader in everything that I do. So those are the type of characteristics of the sorority that I'm in that they just elevate, and I'm just so glad to be in it. I have a picture that I'll upload here of my initiation ceremony when I got initiated in. So, but yeah, just small victories. One thing I have noticed for sure was that the semester wasn't as hectic as it could be, but I made it that hectic, and so I stopped recording. Like I'm trying to tap more into my part-time content creator bag, and if I'm going to do that, there's going to be a lot of things that I have to establish, and this bouncing back and forth, 1 minute consistency, next minute like ghosting is very toxic. Like because 1 minute I'll be uploading, and then the next minute you won't see me for like 3 or 4 months, and then I'll upload again and I'll say the same thing, and then I won't upload again for the next 4, 5, 6 months. Like it's like this toxic battle between like being consistent and posting and just showing up regardless of how I feel, or regardless of if I have content to post or if I don't have content to post. So working more on that as well. It's just like little small victories. I did my last day at my job that I worked for a year and 6 months was December the 30th. So finally finished up, did my 2 weeks, completed my 2 weeks, and I ended up leaving. Love the people, love the opportunity that they gave me in order to grow and to learn and to be able to be employed. But it's also time to move on from that too. So I've made a couple, just like I said, small victories that I will also celebrate differently on my TikTok. I'm just so happy to be able to just see the things that I was able to accomplish and also see the things that I was not able to accomplish. So, every year I do a vision board, and it seems like every year I do it differently. This year I'm going to do it on a bulletin board. I've been had this bulletin board for the longest to like hang up things, but I haven't been using it. It's literally been off to the side collecting dust. So I have a spot that I'm going to hang this up on, and the goal is to only have 10 pictures on this vision board. I know you're like, 10 pictures, because normally we load this bad boy up. Like, I can show you my one from last year. I just loaded her up of things. But as I'm getting older, I'm learning to concentrate on the smaller things. It takes small steps to get to the bigger steps. So I'm learning to focus on the smaller things, and then we'll gradually move on to the bigger things. So later on, I'm going to go on Pinterest, and I put 10 things. I made a list of 10 things that I want to accomplish in 2026. And those are the things that I'm going to put on my bulletin board for sure. So gonna be doing that later on. This was just more of a sit down, more of a chat. I really didn't expect like a lot to come from this chat, but it's a much needed chat. I got my hair, okay, so I went to get my hair done, and I got a Dominican blowout and a sew-in, but since my hair isn't heat trained at all, as soon as I walked out of the salon, my hair just poofed right back up. So now I'm just wearing it blown out in a sense until it's time for wash day, and we're going to wash and just let it curl back up. I say that, but then on the other aspect, I'm thinking like, maybe I should just blow it back out again, start working on it being heat trained, because I'm also working on length retention for my hair. Working as one of my goals is to actually grow my hair. I feel like my hair has just been the same for the past, I don't know, but I haven't been consistent with my hair journey. So that's something that I want to implement into 2026, is the length retention, and to actually see results of me growing my hair. But yeah, that's why it looks like, you might like, did she straighten it? Like, it's just blown out right now. No, I ain't put no more heat on it or nothing. But it feels so good to be recording again. It's just like when I don't record and when I'm not editing or uploading or doing all the things, I do feel a sense of like I'm lost. Like, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not being consistent in anything that I touch. But yeah, I'm just so happy to be back posting, to be back uploading, to be back recording, to be back in my element in a sense. It's been a long time coming, and I'm just so glad that I'm able to just pop back up and do this again. I know growing my following and growing my viewers and growing my audience, it is like starting over regardless of how many subscribers I have. But hey, I'm willing to take that chance. I'm really willing to take that chance and to just step in to my element once again, back into absolute ash, back into the zone, the just about ash. It's just, we're just here, we're learning from our mistakes, and we're gonna keep continuing to grow. There was a time when I thought progress was supposed to look loud. Big wins, clear timelines. Everything's falling into place exactly when I planned it. But 2025 taught me something different. This year didn't break me, but it did stretch me. It forced me to sit in uncertainty longer than I wanted to grieve versions of myself that didn't make it to where I thought I'd be by now, to let go of plans that felt so close, yet somehow slipped through my fingers. And honestly, there were moments when I felt embarrassed to even admit I was disappointed in myself. Because on the outside, it looked like I was still moving, still working, still smiling, still showing up. But inside, I was tired. Tired of the delays, tired of almost, tired of feeling like I was doing everything right, but still having to wait. What I've learned in 2025 is that setbacks don't mean you're failing. Sometimes they mean you're being redirected. Sometimes they mean you're being prepared for a version of life you're not ready to see yet. I learned that it's okay to pause without quitting. It's okay to rest without giving up. And it's okay to change the pace without changing the vision. I learned that comparison will steal your joy if you let it, because someone else's highlight reel will never show you the nights they cried, the doubts they had, or the sacrifices they made to get there. This year taught me how to sit with myself, to listen instead of rush, to ask, what is this season trying to teach me? Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? And the biggest lesson, growth doesn't always feel like growth. Sometimes it feels like frustration. Sometimes it feels like silence. Sometimes it feels like starting over when you thought you were almost done. But even on the days I felt stuck, I was still becoming. I was learning how to trust myself again, how to stand firm in my words, even when things didn't work out, how to keep showing up, not because it was easy, but because I knew quitting wasn't an option. If you're watching this and you're in a season where things didn't go as planned, where doors closed, where you had to reroute your dreams, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not behind. You are not weak. And you are not wasting time. You are building resilience. You are learning patience. You are becoming someone who can handle what's coming next. I just want to tell you to keep going, slowly if you need to, quietly if you have to, but don't ever stop. Because when it feels like nothing is happening, something is always happening within you. 2025 didn't give me everything I wanted, but it gave me perspective, strength, and a deeper belief that what's meant for me won't miss me. So I'll keep moving forward, not perfectly, not fearlessly, but faithfully, one step at a time. I just want to say thank you guys so much if you watched this far. Thank you guys for tuning into my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye. I'm just hoping I don't read